Alright, after we have successfully opened our file, we then need to carefully determine both the preheating time and the actual cutting time. Now we will talk about oxyfuel cutting machines. For the initial heating to properly establish itself, or as it's technically known, for the molten pool to fully form, it requires a specific duration for the machine to be precisely positioned at the designated cutting point before it can commence the preheating operation. So, for example, for whatever length of time is needed, depending on the material of the sheet, depending on the thickness of the sheet, it has to run for a specific period. And after that, the cutting output should actually be activated to make a hole in the sheet. You can determine this preheat duration through this number here. For example, we'll set it to 10 seconds. Now, since our unit is in milliseconds, we'll set it to 10,000, which means 10 seconds. This is also the sheet piercing time. This means after the cutting output is activated, how much time does it take for the sheet to be fully pierced? And here, for instance, we're going to set it to 4 seconds. Once the specific timings have been clearly established, then from this point we can actually commence the entire process by simply pressing the play button to initiate the start. In fact, the nozzle first moves to the designated starting point of the initial component. It then pauses for a duration of 10 seconds, allowing the preheating phase to be completed. Subsequently, it waits for an additional 4 seconds for the material to be successfully pierced. Following this, it finally commences the actual cutting operation. During the actual cutting process, you can utilize this scroll to dynamically adjust the cutting speed, allowing you to either increase or decrease it as needed. This scroll functions as a percentage control, modifying the base speed that you have previously set within the DXF reader window, or alternatively, the specific value defined in your G-code field. Once the cutting operation is fully completed, it then proceeds to the next component, and the entire preheating process must be performed all over again, followed by the drilling procedure, which is also repeated.